Hi everyone. I'm just going to do a quick post about Blackboard discussion boards. Blackboard discussion boards can be a little bit difficult to find what's new, who's currently posting, what are the things that I should be reading. So I just want to go through the 3 ways that you can do that on Blackboard. So first, here's my course, and I'm going to go to the discussion board area of the course. Okay. First thing, just a quick look at this screen. You can see I have all of my individual forums going down the page. On each one of these individual forums, I like to keep track of these columns over here to the right. You can see how many total posts have been done. You can see how many unread posts there currently are. And you can see how many replies to me there are. So I can see what's the total, how much activity is there on this discussion board. I can see what haven't I had the chance to read yet. You can see there's almost over 200 posts now, and I haven't gotten to about 69 of them. And then you can see how many people have actually replied to me in a post that either I started or in a thread that I participated in. These are additional posts. So if I was interested enough to make a comment, I might want to go check back and see, okay, what are more people saying? What additional things are being talked about? Has anybody asked any really good questions or shared more about something that I'm already interested in? Okay, so the first way to go through and look at discussion boards is probably the most time intensive, where you can actually click on any individual thread. You can see the post. You can go from thread to thread in this top right-hand corner and go and see, okay, here's the next thread. Here's the next thread. But again, this is kind of you get to see one page at a time, and some people don't like that, but that's one of the ways that's available to you to see discussion board. If I go back to that discussion board screen, so now I can see, here's my personal introductions again. You see that I read through a couple of those, so now my number of unread posts has gone down. But this is actually a live link here. If I click on this right here, this will bring me to a different view, and now I can see all of the unread posts for this course. From this view, just looking at this page isn't enough to mark them read. For the other screen, if I opened up the page, it will mark it as read. For this screen, I would have to actually click this button to say, mark as read, mark as read. But now I can see all of the unread posts all in one screen. I have the same reply button that I can, so if I wanted to quickly reply to somebody here, I could. And that's the second way that you can search discussion boards. I like when you use this way that you can both find unread posts, and you can also find those replies to me. What discussions was I been involved at that it's good to see. One of the things that's not quite as nice about this method is you don't see the post in context, but if you click this link, you can be brought to, okay, I remember what was happening here. This was a post, I replied to it, and then I can see that Cindy came back and replied to me. And that's a useful thing to be able to find and see. Finally, the third way to do this, and actually my favorite, is in the top right corner, the My Blackboard menu. You can see right over here, we have a Posts button, and I can click on that. And this brings me to a feed of all of the posts that are being done in the course, the most recent post. And you can scroll through here. And again, just like that other view I showed you, if this doesn't give you enough context, I see that Elizabeth has made a post here, but I'm not really sure what she's talking about. If that doesn't give you enough context, you can click on the link and see the post right in context, and that can help people out a lot. Another thing about this view is that this will actually aggregate all of the posts from all of the courses you're taking. So for example, right now I'm enrolled in both Quality by Design Session 2020 Group 2 and Quality by Design Group 1. And here's a post from Group 1. And so those are all intermixed. And when you go, that might not be a problem on this Blackboard because you're probably only taking one class right now on this Blackboard. But when you go back to your home institution's Blackboard, you might not want to see all of your posts from all of your classes all intermixed. You might want to see just from one class. And that's where this custom filter button can help out. So using these filters, I can say, you know what, I just want to see Group 1, all of their posts. The other thing I like to do is I like to look at me posts. I like to be able to say, oh, here are the people that are responding to something that I wrote. And I think this is really important for community in our class. There's kind of a bad feeling associated with when you leave a great post on someone else's post and you don't really know how they felt about it. I like to be able to see these at me posts so that I can go on and say, okay, I asked Jennifer about what she did to modify her Oscar rubric, and she took the time to respond to me. I'm going to thank her for that response. That way she knows, not only did I read it, but I took the time to respond to her. It was important to me. So in every course I've ever taken or course I've ever done, we've always had a discussion of what is a substantive post? What is a post that adds to the discussion and moves it forward? And many courses have said you need to have X number of substantive posts every single module or every single week. In Quality by Design, we ask for 2 substantive posts, 2 posts that keep our conversation moving forward every single week. But I just want to encourage you, do those other posts as well. In addition to those substantive posts, thank people. Create that community. Thank them for their contributions to the forum. It makes for a better feeling community, and it encourages people to share more freely and honestly. Thanks a lot, and see you on the discussion boards.